What's up, car fans? It's been a couple of weeks, but I am back with a jam-packed episode today because it's all been kicking off in the world of cars. We have a lot to get through. It's going to be a lot of fun. So let's kick things off with interesting cars for sale on the internet. Let's go. Yes, that's right. We're going to start off with interesting cars for sale on the internet. I spend the weeks looking for cars for sale, and anything that is interesting that pops up, I'm going to share it with you guys. So this first one is a super interesting one. Okay, it is a 1991 Nissan Micra Super Turbo. Okay, so again, it just sounds awesome. A Super Turbo. It's effectively a Nissan Micra. But I do believe it's the Japanese, they call it the Nissan March. I found it on eBay. It's at £10,395. So quite a lot of money, but these things are super rare, especially in this country. You ever seen one? You ever seen a supercharged and turbocharged Nissan Micra around? No. They're only a 1 litre, but I bet they're pretty quick. I bet they are pretty quick. 90,000 miles on the clock. And if you are a Mighty Car Mods fan, you will of course know about the Super Turbo. They did a whole episode on it and it was absolutely fantastic and made me fall in love with this car. Not that I would have 10 grand to spend on effectively a Micra, but it is a wicked and interesting little nugget. Just look at the interior, very retro, very 90s, very cool. Again, the engine being that 1 litre supercharged and turbocharged will probably be pretty rapid in a little car like that. Great fun, a lovely, interesting little nugget, that one. Okay, so we're going to roll into car number 2 that I found on the internet. So this one is a 1997 Ford Probe. All right, so when was the last time you saw one of these, a Ford Probe? It was on Auto Trader for £2,750. So not too much money, and this thing looks in good shape. It said it had been garaged and well looked after, had an MOT, and looks pretty good. There's only 200 of these currently taxed on the road, so a rare car. And it has the coolest thing a car can ever have: pop-up headlights. Who wouldn't want a car with pop-up headlights? So yeah, quite an interesting little find. Don't see them about, and pop-up headlights is a win-win situation. All right, so the last one that I found this week, yeah, this was super. I didn't even know this existed. Let me see if you guys did. All right, so it's a 1990 Peugeot 405 MI16 X4. All right, so I had heard of the MI16s, the 1.9 litre 16 valves, but I did not know they did them in a 4-wheel drive. So that's what the X4 at the end of it means. It's 4-wheel drive, an MI16 4-wheel drive. There can't be many of these. They can't have made many of them at all. This thing was a project. I found it on eBay at £3,750. In the picture, it didn't say the mileage. In the picture, I saw 33,000 on the clock. It might have gone round the clock. Who knows? But again, it doesn't matter. That is a rare old beast. Good looking car. The MI16s I loved. A friend had one. It was an amazing thing. And to get a 4-wheel drive one, I mean, awesome. Let me know if you've ever seen a MI16 X4, a 4x4 MI16. Yeah, very interesting. So yeah, that wraps up interesting cars for sale on the internet. We're going to roll into the next bit. Let's keep fired up. Boom. Yes, one of my favourite bits, the what you spotting. So this is where I go out and about, and if I see anything interesting on the streets, on driveways, and just chat to people, I will snap pictures of the cars that I see and share them with you guys, because it's always cool to see interesting cars out and about. So where to begin? We begin at the very start. So I found this. Okay, so it is a Nissan 350Z, of course. Not too interesting. They're quite around quite a lot. See quite a lot of them. But this one was a drift spec one. So the steering wheel was detachable and was sat on the dashboard. Quite cool to see. It had drift damage. Again, quite cool to see. So used and abused, but loved at the same time, I think, and was a cool spot out and about. And the second one this week was... All right. So, not often you see something like this, especially on the UK streets, but boom! A Dodge Viper. A Dodge Viper. I was like, what? Where did that come from? Amazing machine. Absolutely amazing machine. I think it was an SRT 10. Don't quote me on that. I'm not too clued up on the old Dodge Viper scene. But it was cool just seeing that rolling on the street. So yeah. Good one, good one. All right, so a couple of good spots. If you've got any good spots, please drop them in the old comments below and I'll share them with everybody. That will be cool, get you guys involved. All right, let's roll into media news. Bang. Yes, people, it is media news, the bit of my little show here where we talk about what's been happening across the media platforms, social medias, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, all that kind of stuff, and the TV, of course. We can't forget about poor old TV. But yeah, we kick things off with this cheeky little number that popped up on my Facebook feed, I believe. Now, it was an auction for a Nissan Skyline R34. Okay, a very nice one indeed. And I'm sure as car fans you all know that America have now allowed the import of these R34s and the prices of them has rocketed through the roof. But this one especially hit, all right, I had to write this one down. You ready for this? £359,000. Now I've seen them advertised for about 170,000, but it's for 359k. On a Nissan Skyline R34, I thought that was pretty impressive. So yeah, that kicks things off. That was cropped up on Facebook. That was cool to see that the prices of these things are mental. And cheeky little side note, we all know what's going to happen with the R33s when America allow the import of those in a couple of years. So get one of those while you can, and you could be banking 359 grand in a couple of years. All right. So next up, I came across, I think this was on Instagram, Wheeler Dealers or Micra posted a little bit of a teaser that Wheeler Dealers in the UK will be coming to our screens late summer is all it said. So of course Wheeler Dealer has been based in the States for the last few years with those episodes pumping out. We've wanted to see it back in the UK cars again. So that's coming late summer, so that is something to look forward to. Then one of my favourites to watch, Mighty Car Mods, has been doing a little series on a turbocharged Honda Civic from an era that they call the sex spec. We would perhaps call it like the max power era over here. It was from that time where modifications were wild and crazy body kits. This one's got like a casino roulette wheel in the boot, but it is turbocharged and they pit it against their VTEC Civic that they built previously. That's all quite good, but the best things to come out of that, the best thing by far was this song that Moogs made. He's quite famous for making songs, but go check out the new song he's done. It's incredibly funny and a must listen to for us Turbo and VTEC fans. It's absolutely wicked. I was in stitches, so check that out. And lastly, Adam C. Yes, I rave on about Adam C. because he is a great YouTuber and he throws out some great content about car shows. Now, I'm quite disappointed and gutted. I was sitting there at home with nothing to do one evening, popped up a new video of his, and it was from Duxford Imperial War Museum, which happens to be just up the road from me, and I had no clue this thing was going on, so I was sobbing into my tissues. But this thing was one of the biggest car shows of the year. Over 4,000 cars attended. Loads of content, loads of good cars that he highlights on there, so go check that one out. I'm gutted I missed it in person, but that's why I love Adam C so much. So any events you can't get to, just watch one of his videos and it feels like you've been there. So boom, crack-a-lacking. All right, let's roll into Mark III update. Let's go. Yep, it's that time. It's the Astra Mark III update. Beep, 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 beep. I do that because I annoy everyone with my chatting about the hunt, the quest for the unicorn, the Vauxhall Astra Mark III two-door that I'm after as a project car. So, all been a bit quiet as per, but this one has popped up on eBay. It's bidding. I might stick a cheeky bid on. However, it is in Wales. I am not in Wales. That's a long way to travel. I have got a transportation quote. It's a lot of money, but if I can get the car quite cheap, it might work out. So I'm going to keep an eye on that, and I'll let you guys know how that goes and see if I pop a bid on. And then I might actually get one. But I still put the challenge out to you guys to perhaps change my mind in a project car. I am quite swaying towards a Toyota Celica, something like that. Maybe even look at Vauxhall Calibras. But the Aston Mark III is a bit of a personal spot for me. But if you can change my mind, do it, because I am getting the hump. We're looking for all these years. But anyway, we're going to roll into the last bit where it's competition time. Let's go. Yeah, so what I like to do at the end is my little guess the car competition, just for fun, just for giggles. Now, no one has guessed this one yet, and now I'm not going to change it this week. I'm not, because I want you guys to get involved. I want you guys to have a guess. This one is a cool car, and I used to have one, so I want someone out there, one of you YouTube folks, to stick in the comments the correct answer, guessing what this close-up picture of a car is. Now, this week, as it's the same one, first off, let's ping it on the screen. So there it is. There's a close-up picture of the car. Now I'm going to give a couple of clues this week just to help you lot out. So it is from the 90s. Okay, we are looking at a 1990s car from Japan. Okay, it is a very, very popular car with the tuner scene. Okay, so 90s Japan, tuner scene. Tuner scene, that sounds really odd. Sound that fish. The tuner scene. So, but yes, okay, so have a guess on that one. First person that can correctly identify this close-up picture of a car will get a big shout out and a big round of applause in the next episode. Okay, so hopefully you guys will get involved. Hopefully someone will get it this week, and hopefully your name could be up here somewhere or here, and we'll just give you a big shout out and you will be a true car fan. Okay, so that about wraps it up. I'll try and get one in next week as well for you lovely folks. Please, please, please hit the like, hit the subscribe, because it encourages me to make another episode. Otherwise, I get very disheartened and it's all very sad. Okay, so yeah, let's rock and roll. Keep your eye out for cars, have fun, and stay safe, people.